What's going on, guys? I want to start this video with a verse from 1st John chapter 2 verse 15 through 16, which says, "Do not love this world nor the things it offers you, for when you love the world you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father but are from this world." This verse really got me thinking. I was reading last night and it really got me thinking of how much we actually get caught up in our day-to-day world and how much we desire certain things in our day-to-day life. So, physical pleasure could mean anything. It could be the physical pleasure that you get from driving a car that you really want. It could be the physical pleasure you get from smoking, drinking, partying, sex, legitimately anything that brings you physical pleasure. Now, this verse is not saying for you to not be a human and for you to not want to experience physical pleasure, because it's normal. It's normal for us to want physical pleasure. We're humans. But what this is saying is, if we just look at the world, we do not have any faith in God, we do not have any belief in God, all we will do is we will want that physical pleasure and we will keep chasing that physical pleasure, such as music festivals, drinking, partying, stuff like that. And I used to do those things. And it really got me thinking, at least for me, I really sat down and I thought about the fact, like, okay, music festivals, what's the benefit? I go to a place for a couple days and then I dance around day and night and then I drink, and it just, there was an appeal to me for that. I had an appeal of that. It's just that it never really clicked with me until now about how that works and what that means. And truth is, I don't feel like going to music festivals anymore. I don't feel like partying. I don't feel like doing all of those things. For I realize that the physical pleasure that I get is not worth the amount of spiritual pleasure I could get. Because at the end of the day, after those 3-4 days are over of that festival, there's nothing else. Cool. I went to a festival, it was 3-4 days, it was awesome. But then what? I go back to my daily life of just living a whatever life and not being happy, and waiting for the next festival, waiting for the next party, waiting for the next event. I don't know. That doesn't sit right with me. And it never really did. I liked it, but it just never really sat right with me. And now I just realize it more and more that it's not worth it in the end. At least to me, it's not. And whether it's festivals or just any other physical pleasure or like habit that we may have, we just have to focus on finding our pleasure in the spiritual world instead of the physical world, or at least prioritizing the spiritual pleasure over the physical pleasure, because the physical pleasure will only bring you emptiness. The spiritual pleasure will actually bring you fulfillment. It will actually fulfill you with happiness, and it'll get you even more pleasure than the physical pleasure would. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be proud of things we do in this world and achievements, but it gets up to a certain point where we may be relying on that too much for our happiness. Me being proud of something I did makes me happy, but if I rely too much on that and that thing goes away, then I'm done. Or if I rely too much on my happiness on a certain thing, and like I just got $1,000. I did a job, I got $1,000. That feeling will eventually fade away. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep seeking that feeling. Whereas if you seek feelings in the spiritual world, you do not have to keep seeking feelings in the physical world. I'm not saying that we don't like those feelings, I'm just saying we don't have to keep seeking those feelings. So this is just a quick video and a reminder to not seek what the world has for you and seek what God has for you. Just do it. It'll help you out. And you'll feel much better. I promise. Hope you guys liked the video. God bless.